We'll tell you anything you want to hear. We lie like hell. We're in a lot of trouble because less than 3% of you people read books. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We'll tell you anything you want to hear. We lie like hell. We'll tell you any shit you want to hear. We deal in illusions, man. None of it is true. You're beginning to believe the illusions. This is mass madness, you maniac. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to episode 57, Idiotbox Television. I'm Drummer.
I'm Repeat.
Welcome, y'all. Now, we're missing one person. Troy not here today. He's out in Florida.
And I want to say that we'll have to say the prayers for everyone that's in Florida, for all the damage that they have by the hurricane.
Yes. We would have to say our prayers to the people out there who's getting hit by the hurricane. Troy's in a distance where he's not affected too much, but he has no electricity. So he's supposed to come on from his phone. So we'll see.
Oh, so many people out with the electric. Yep.
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead, Sharif, pull up the roll call. Let's see who we got out there. Who we got out there today? Talk to us. Okay, we got, of course, Christy Brown. Thank you for tuning in.
Christine Brown.
We got Sheena Laurie Brown. Thank you for tuning in. We got Miss Deborah Jones. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, and we also got Mr. Gary Brown. Thank you for tuning in. So today on the show, we're talking about respecting your elders. What happened to that?
What happened to it?
Nene, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. We got Nene tuning in, my people from Long Beach, California, from the NATO block. NATO block. So we're talking about respecting your elders today. We're going to let some more people pop in before we start on to it, but we're doing the roll call right now. Let us know who's out there and where you're from.
Yep.
Sharif, how was your week this week?
Yeah, my week was pretty long this week. You know, it wasn't fast enough to me. It was pretty long. You know, I don't know. It was just one of those weeks, you know. But other than that, I was okay. Everything's been good, though, but it's just been so long. No, I'm just waiting for the weekend so that way I can feel free from what.
Right. Okay, look, we got Tantra from Decatur, Illinois. We got Illinois in the house. Thank you very much for tuning in to episode 57. Like I said, we're talking about respecting your elders. Now, somebody did say they stopped whooping. They stopped whipping kids. That's why they don't respect their elders. I'm gonna have to agree with that. They did stop whooping kids. They really did.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, we're gonna say what's up to Dukem from Grand Rapids, Michigan. The head of One Love Gun Club. Hey, brother, I'm enjoying that hat and that shirt. I mean, the shirt is nice. I love the shirt, but the hat, I don't know what it is about that hat. That hat,
I got that hat with it, nice.
But the hat feels so comfortable. The way I don't know. I like that hat. I'm gonna be wearing that hat. I like to wear a lot of black, so it's gonna match with my hat. So y'all check in on Facebook, One Love Gun Club. Check that out. Okay, so who else we got out there? We're on the roll call before we get into this subject of respecting the elders. What happened to that? Now you can go ahead and comment on that for right now if you want to, while we letting people come in. and I'm commenting and all that stuff to who's watching. We got Mr. Cole Brown. She's watching the show as well. See, it don't show everybody on there. Yes, we love it. We love it. We love it. We do love that hat. Y'all got to check out One Love Gun Club on Facebook. There's a heart, red heart, gun club. You can't miss that. That's actually a nice thing he's doing by teaching people how to shoot gun classes, gun permit. It ain't just about going out and shooting stuff. It's about learning how to shoot properly. It's about, just learning, getting comfortable with guns, men and women. That's right. Sharif, why you so quiet? You just was there. Tell them what happened when you went. Come on.
When I went to the gun club, and it was an amazing program, very amazing program. I think everybody needs to go into it because everybody got guns and stuff, but not using it as to harm someone, but just for safety, for family, or for protection. But at the same time, they will teach you the right way to use it. Because it don't mean that you have to use it. But it's just you can carry with you, or you don't have to carry with you. But other than that, the law that you have to follow too, it's very tricky in there. But at the same time, taking the class is worth it.
It's good. Okay, so let me give a shout out to some people who just came on. We got Travis Scott Hobo, who was on the show. Was that last week? Last week, yes. Also, my other Cali family, my Wesley Drive family, Kiki Powell. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. And Russ Cole, thanks for joining in. We're talking about respecting the elders. Also, we was talking about One Love Gun Club out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Go to Facebook and follow that group, One Red Heart Gun Club. A lot of interesting things going on with that. Like I said, learning how to shoot, how to carry a gun, getting comfortable, all the proper procedures for people who want to carry safely, not just get a gun to shoot somebody. So we want to show our love and respect to that as well. Now, like I said, we're talking about respecting our elders. So looks like everybody checked in. Sharif, I'm going to go ahead and switch the brand up, and we'll be back in a second, y'all, to talk about that respecting your elders. Be right back. Okay, so we're gonna talk about today respecting your elders. Sharif, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start it off.
Yep.
Let's talk about it.
Respecting the elders, I was growing up, basically growing up knowing manners, but at the same time, every time I go anywhere, I don't care who it is, female or male, or what color you are, it doesn't matter. But when I'm coming in, I know somebody coming from behind, I'm automatically going to open up the door and let this person come in first. That's just me, the way I was brought up. But I've been watching a lot of different people that do things, and they really, very disrespectful. I mean, just close the door right in front of the older person's face, So, I don't know. I just look at that, the elders looking at us, young people, like, what's going on, because the way we were brought up started running out. And all the young, now the older, the younger ones are young. I mean, between like, some of them 30, 40 years old, and they're still grandmother, grandfather, But other than that, it's just that everything is out of order right now. It's just,
Yeah, that is very true. A lot of respect, period, like saying, excuse me, thank you. A lot of times I'm in the grocery store and I might be looking for my special brand of honey, and I'm searching, and people just walking by. Sometimes I say, excuse you, but we're in a different generation. Everything is different. I'm going to read something that I pulled up today. Just reading about respecting your elders and Googling and just what it says. And it says, What did God mean by respecting your elders? When God tells us to respect our elders, he is telling us to treat them with kindness and compassion. Being courteous can go a long way and show the elder that you do genuinely respect them and care about them. Respecting your elders is something all young people must do throughout their lives. Disrespecting elders is wrong and should not be practiced by Christians. The Bible tells us many times about the importance of respecting our elders. However, it is up to us to put it into action. Before we take action, we have to first know what God meant when he told us to respect our elders. For me, a lot of us, our grandparents were kind of up in age, 40s or so. I don't really know. But I was around my grandparents a lot, and they always made you say thank you, excuse me. I always grew up respecting my elders. Like when me and Sharif grew up together, my aunt was like the warden of the block. I think she whooped everybody's kids. Everybody respect her. They actually still respect her to this day. They always ask me, they always say, man, your aunt, ooh, we used to be scared of Aunt B. But I don't think it was we were scared. We just knew she didn't play. And you was going to act accordingly and act a certain way around grown-ups. Let me read a couple of things here, Sharif. These kids, especially in the school system, don't respect their elders or themselves, and the parents don't require it anymore. These kids are different. And they are. All the stuff you seeing in school, hitting the teachers and all that. What was one thing we didn't want, Sharif? We did not want the principal to call our daddies.
Yeah.
Woo, don't call my daddy. My daddy would come up to the school.
Right.
And he'll whoop me at the school if I was wrong. So there is a difference. I know times have changed. Russ Cole said he had a concealed weapon permit in Grand Rapids for 9 years with no training, 38 special. Hey, Russ, back to the gun thing. I didn't really learn how to shoot a gun until after I was robbed in Augusta and I bought a gun legally. I really did not know how to shoot a gun. I learned on the streets. So nobody told me to hold it like this. Don't put your thumb here and this here, because you could mess your hand up. You don't hold it the right way. So when I was going through the training, I was like, wow, I didn't have a clue how to shoot a gun. So yes,
Right.
Training is very good unless you go in and shooting that thing regularly and you ask a few pointers at the gun range. But right, a lot of us didn't. So I'm glad I have the knowledge now and know how to carry, how to conceal. Even though now in Georgia, anybody can have a gun just as long as you're not a felon and it's not like a hot gun off the street. You can go buy a gun. What is it? 18 and over. So everybody carries guns in Georgia, but before the law was passed, they was already doing it anyway.
Yep.
So back on the kids, like I said, Sharif, you know you want your daddy to be called to the school.
No, you don't want to at all. But what? I can't even get. I always make sure I don't get my first trouble. First trouble. If the elder tells you something, don't do that. Just listen, because if you don't do it the second time, you'll get popped. But nowadays, time out work for younger ones. But when they get older, it's hard to control them. Because
not only about getting whoopings, just respecting your elders, period. The people that came before you, because they went through what we're going through. They have the wisdom to be able to tell you, don't do that because blah, blah, blah. And some people are like, oh, you old. That was a long time ago. It changed. I honestly actually still do respect my elders. When I see an older guy, I'm like, what's up, OG, sir? One thing I like about living in the South, a lot of the kids do have a different type of respect. They may not care when you talking, but they do say, sir, how you doing, sir? That's something that I see living in the South that I didn't see living in Michigan or California. Time out. Okay, so wait a minute. We got Christy saying, in our neighborhood, you couldn't mess up. The neighbors were the same as your parent or grandparent. If you did something, they were able to whip you. and then send you home to your grandmother or parent, and you got another whipping. Nowadays, you can't correct other kids. No, you cannot correct people's kids because they jump on the kid's side right away. It's just different. A lot of younger parents and kids say you gotta earn respect to get respect. And that's what they mean when talking to the elders. I don't just give you automatic respect. You gotta earn respect to get respect.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe that. I think if the elder is just really disrespectful and blah 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 and just going off, that might be different. But you still have to keep a level of respect. But it's just respecting people, their property, and everything. It's just not there anymore. Okay, so Troy said, "Hello, people." Troy's on his phone. What you need the link? You need the link, Troy, to come on, or you just gonna comment today? And he said timeout, putting kids on timeout. That would not work.
Timeout. Timeout. I mean, it worked with some kids, Yeah.
Troy, wait, let's see what Art said. Art said, unfortunately, the father, our nation runs away from God, and the worship isn't focused on our Savior. The more everyone will search for something to worship, the flesh will almost always worship bad things. That's true, Art. There is a lot of bad being pushed on a daily basis. Actually, it looks like now they're teaching the kids not to respect their parents, their elders, or nobody. Because now you'll hear kids say, well, if you whoop me, I can call the police.
Right.
So that means you can just say no, forget you, mom, and just do what you want to do. Troy said we need to send him some electricity.
Might have to get a generator.
Yeah, you need a generator. Okay, so we got somebody, Facebook user. It doesn't say their name, but we're going to read their comment. They said they grew up having to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. I couldn't say what to my mom. She would look at me like I was crazy. Exactly. We couldn't say lie. We had to say tell a story. We couldn't say but. There were just certain things that were curse words growing up in the 60s and 70s. Now kids is cussing their parents out. What's going on, Travis? Thanks for coming on, brother. Travis says older cats taught us respect through actions and words. Exactly. These parents nowadays, these kids are taught through their parents' actions to disrespect everyone and their parents. Yeah. Exactly. They disrespect their parents. So why are they going to go out in the street and respect anybody else when they can say whatever they want to their own parent? Very true. Read that one, Sharif. Read that one.
So question, do I have to say yes to or no to my husband who is 26 years older than me? Is he my elder? That's your husband. That's your husband. I mean, nah. I mean, it depends on what it is.
Speak how you feel.
What it is, but I mean, some women would say that to their husband, but 26 years older. Wow.
Wait a minute now. It's a difference. Oh man, can I get somebody to comment on that? Because I don't really know. Do I have to say yes, sir, or no, sir, to my husband who is 26 years older than me? Is he my elder? Okay, so that
how you look at it.
Right.
How you look at it. No, if you marry to him, so I mean, you don't have to look at the elder, but you're gonna get them wisdom from him.
Okay, so we got Troy said you have children raising children. Yes, you do. Now, children was raising children when we were young, but you know what? My mom was like 17 when I was born, and I was with my grandparents all the time. Well, as much as I remember, a lot, I'm gonna say. So, the Facebook user is Ebony Black. Ebony Black is the owner of Inner Fashions Clothing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's on Division and 32nd. If you're from Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's a lot of nice, beautiful women's clothing there. Inner City Fashion. She's on Facebook, so check her out. She's also in the Blacklist, so y'all go check out Ebony Black, Inner City Fashions, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay. So Travis, respect starts from home. I didn't dare say certain things or turn my eyes or my head a certain way because my daddy had knocked my head across the street. And every young black man who had their father growing up my age or a little older knows mamas or daddies who didn't play. There's certain things you didn't say.
What he just said, what Travis Scott just said that
respect starts at home.
At home.
Yes.
That's where it starts. Yes.
Okay, Cherie. So Cherie said yes, it starts at home. If they were not taught how to respect, then we can't expect them to show it. Exactly. They can't show it. Okay, Miss Nicole Brown. Hell no. What does that mean? Hell no. What does that mean? Talk about that. So Troy says not all elders deserve respect. I agree. Not all elders deserve respect. So in one way or the other, you do have to earn it then. Right?
Yeah.
You do have to earn it. But let's get some people to comment on that question from Christy. Yes, sir. Do you have to say yes, sir, or no, sir, to your husband who is 26 years older? Is he the elder? Is there a certain kind of respect you have to give your husband or wife who is your elder? That's a good question. Okay, so okay, Russ said no, so I guess he means not all elders deserve respect. No. London. Hello, London. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so Art says no. Two becomes one flesh. So no, you do not have to say yes, sir, no, sir to your husband. That's what Art says. So Art, thank you. London says she here. So Sheena says how he is your elder, but he's also your spouse. Now, if you're being silly, sure, do it. Okay, we'll laugh at that one. Okay, yes, London. What has happened to saying excuse me and thank you?
Yeah, people don't say that.
Right. Okay. So Mrs. Brown said true, Troy. What Troy was saying was not all elders deserve respect. Okay. So in one way or the other, an elder does have to earn respect to get respect. Okay. I can agree with that. Miss Joya Turner. Joya, thank you for coming on. Hey, you guys, if you missed that show about life insurance and all the other things that Joya Turner can offer you, you guys need to go and add and follow Joya Turner on Facebook. She does financial literacy. Everything's got to do with finance, life insurance. She can help you get your money right, your money together. So go check out Joya Turner. Joya, thank you for joining in. Go ahead, Sheree.
You know, when I was a little bit younger, you know, and I used to go to the elder house. His name was Mr. Godden. So they called him the basement, right? And he would cut hair. So he would have all his friends there. They were all older and, you know, retired and older. So we were having young people would come through too, you know, to get wisdom too. And I used to love going over there either once week or 2 times a month. You know, I make sure I go there because, you know, you're going to get a lot of things out of them because they're all over the place with it, but they're writing with it, but they're going to have arguments in there too with certain things too. That's with all people. But with the elders, they have respect at the end of the day, you know, and then when you leave, you're going to learn something every time you go with them. I love being around them. I love being around the elders.
Okay, so Art said that he thinks Christy should just say, yes, Big Daddy, excuse me. Okay, London. Troy is in Florida, as you know, so he is out of power. So he's sitting back on his phone. You can still say hi to him. He's there. Art said Troy's underwater.
The water.
Good one, Art. Okay. Hey, Travis. Oh, the number. I got you. I'm putting up the link right now. That is the link I just put up if you want to come on the show. Remember, have your mic on, your phone lit up, because Sharif is deaf, hearing impaired, so he reads lips. So please do so. Let me see. So Miss Nicole Brown says, elders that lead with respect get respect. You can't expect something you're not an example, image, or practitioner of. Okay. I agree with you. I agree with you, definitely. New I'm Blacklisted t-shirt coming next week. Okay, you guys. So next week, there's going to be some new t-shirts coming. I'm Blacklisted t-shirt coming next week. Now, wait a minute, y'all. Let's not forget the fact that we have merchandise. We got these shirts, hats. Sharif's got the long sleeve for the winter coming up. We give out shirts, but let me just be honest, boldly honest. Y'all don't buy shit. Y'all don't buy nothing. Now, we don't get these for free. We buy these for ourselves.
Yep.
We don't just say, oh, because it's ours. No, we buy them. So please, I'm going to put up, Sharif, get that link.
Yep.
The Troy Everett link where you can go. You can get merchandise. You can get coffee cups. Let's say if you want some socks. Say you want some socks. Troy is the one who controls it. He'll go in there and make you some socks. And then you can get your socks. So let's please, if we can, there's the link. Nope, that's the Idiotbox Tv link. That's not the one, Sharif. This is the one. Hold on, Sharif. Hold on. That's the link. www.troyeverett.net and click shop. All right, so hold on, Travis. I got you, brother. Travis, what's going on, man? Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
Go on, Travis.
We got
How you doing?
Okay, Troy said, what's up, Dale Payton? Thanks for joining in. Dale Payton, thanks for joining in. We appreciate it. Cousin Troy, I hope everything is all right, brother. Okay, Mr. Payton, thank you for joining in. What we got here? Only Browns wins t-shirts. Okay, we're not doing the t-shirt giveaway like that. We're having people to answer questions because for some reason it seemed like people related to us are winning the t-shirts. Well, they the ones that's on here the most. Okay, Christy, what you talking about? I want my dang t-shirts. I made a purchase and still never got my t-shirt. You know what? We're gonna have to talk to the shipping company, but you ain't got to keep saying it on all the time. You got to send an email. You see the email right there? Sharif, put up the email. Here, Christy, give her the email. Here, email idiotboxtv@gmail.com. Send that. Then that way, the shipping department will handle you. She said, where is my respect? Hold on, Travis. Let me read some more of these comments. Okay, Dukem, the respect level of all ages have become an issue. Respect should be a law. There is an enormous amount of ignorance that has been passed down through generations. I agree with that. I see it all the time now. But like I said, living in the South, it's a lot different because the young men do have a different type of respect living in the South. I do see that. Okay, Christy, Troy says you get no shirts. You just messed up your shirts. Okay, so Travis, thanks for joining in, brother. What's going on with you?
Oh, man, nothing much. Just staying sucker free, enjoying life, and acting mature.
That's right. That's right. So what you got to say about this respect for the elders? What happened to it? Where'd it go? Do you still see it out there?
I don't see it out there because we don't have the same type of parenting that we had back in the days when we was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like you was saying, you had an auntie that checked everybody on the block. That's how my grandmother was on Hill and Lewis Street. She checked everybody on the block. It was like, yes, Miss Roberta, no, Miss Roberta. It was respect. And back in the days, a person on the street can see me doing something wrong, call my mom. My mom will whoop me. Then my mom will call my grandmother and she'll whoop me because it was all about respect. Nowadays, like you said, it's parents right now telling their kids, you ain't got to respect nobody. You know what I'm saying? if they got to earn respect to get respect when it ain't like that. That's the reason why our community has took a nosedive, because our respect went out the window. But every other race, if you look at it, besides Europeans, you see Johnny cussing his mama out, pulling guns on him. But the other races that's coming up right now, they respect their parents. They honor their parents. And like it says, honor thy mother and father, so that your days may be long on the earth. What that means, to do good with yourself. Know what I'm saying? And a lot of us ain't doing good, so we teach our kids not to do good with themselves. So that's when the respect went out the window.
Exactly. So it's just a difference in the parenting. 60s and 70s, they was like hardcore. A lot of parenting stuff that I went through I didn't like, but I understand it now that I'm older. So it has changed generations down the line. The kids got younger. We got to think about when we was growing up, there's a lot of crack going on. So there's a lot of parents who was on crack who had babies. So crack did change a lot of things. So hey, it could always come back around to the respect. And I do agree that not every elder deserves respect right offhand. You do have to earn it in one way or the other. I do agree with that.
But you still got to give everybody respect, though.
Everybody.
You still got to give everybody respect, because what you put out there is what you get back. And you got to always remember, I'm going to leave it like this. This is the give my kids the stuff that I never had generation. Instead of giving them the knowledge that was passed down by our ancestors, we give them Jordans, games, clothes, whatever they want, materialistic, not knowledge to hold on that's going to take them to a mature state of mind.
You know what? I agree with you, because I have hear a lot of parents say that I'm giving my kids what they didn't have. What I didn't have, and not necessarily material stuff. It could be, well, I'm gonna let them speak their mind. I'm gonna let them do this. I'm gonna let them do that. It's a lot just got to do with different styles of parenting. We just had a different style. We think one way, the next generation think the other way. So who's right and who's wrong? This is something we could talk about forever, because different generations feel different. Our kids feel different than we do. You know that. You know that, Sharif. You have kids.
Nowadays, when you teach the kids respect and stuff, sometimes you have to pretty much say, okay, they want something, right? You don't just go ahead and buy it. You gotta have them. You gotta show you what the respect is and everything before you get it. But at the same time, you don't just fire them like that. You have to pretty much give them dressing like we just said, Justin, to follow in order for them to earn it. But you can't do that. Every parent's not going to do that.
Nope, it's all different parenting. So let me read some of these comments. Dukem says it's some real dysfunctional adults trying to claim they demand respect. Now that's very, very true, and that's that messes up for the ones who should be getting the respect. Okay, Art, would you say spare the rod, spoil the child? I agree with that too. Whooping stopped a long time ago. Hey, remember, I went to Whittier, and who we have? Allegretti or somebody was the principal. I don't remember the name, but he would get out the paddle with the holes in it and give you a couple. That was just how it was. You got spankings from the principal. Okay, she said, look at you knowing that scripture. You learn from your big mama, and aunties. Okay. Dale Payton says social engineering against a particular people. Exactly. Sharif, go ahead and read that comment.
Now everyone deserves respect, but when you show disrespect to someone, don't get mad when you are respect.
Okay, I can agree with that. So is a elder person just, if a younger person sees somebody elder, are they supposed to automatically just respect them? Hey, sir, how you doing? How does this work? When you're saying you got to give respect to earn respect, how does it work for the people who say, oh no, elders got to give respect to get it? How does that work? Because how it worked for me, when I see a guy, I know how old I am, when I see somebody that looks older than me, or I respect everybody. I don't care what color you is, but I'm saying elder wise, I just was raised to be respectful to my elders. So I'm gonna be respectful no matter what. So I'm just trying to figure out what people who say no, elders have to earn their respect. What do you mean?
Well, it all depends on how they were brought up too. No, all the elders are different too. Some of them might have a hard time, and don't even know how to teach kids, because they've been on the wrong,
Okay, Art says too many parents running around thinking they need to be their kids' buddies.
Best friend, no.
I agree with that too. Now that my kids are older, we talk about anything and everything. So I would say we're buddies now, but they also have a certain respect for me as their father, but we still cool at the same time. But we talking about when they're younger, all the way up. When you're 18, you still need to show your elders respect, but you're grown. You have to take what comes and goes with being grown. And you still have to respect your elders. That's just my opinion. Everybody might think of it differently. What I'm giving is my opinion.
I agree with you totally, because it's like me. I still give respect to those that disrespect me, and it messed them up. It messes them up, because when I come at them, it's like you can't add wood to the fire. When you add wood to the fire, all you're doing is making stuff escalate. So when I hit people with a peaceful conversation, they be looking like, huh? And it messes a lot of people up. So I still show respect, even though somebody trying to come at me wrong. And then when I come at them in a peaceful manner, that's when they start toning it down. You see what I'm saying? That's when they start coming to a realization, hold up, this is a cool guy.
Right.
I'm not going to add wood to the fire. That's like you got your house on fire and you throwing gasoline on it to make it burn instead of trying to put some water or something to put it out. You got to put the fire up. That's what you call the mature man. That's the mature man. An immature person, yes, fuck that. He ain't giving me no respect, so I ain't giving him no respect.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? No, you don't do that. You got to be the bigger person. That's what we all got to start focusing on, being the bigger person in a messed up situation. And that will help de-escalate a lot of stuff that's going on between us nowadays, so we can build our community back up. That's what I learned from applying that, not just by just speaking out the side of my neck. You see what I'm saying? I learned from applying that. You see what I'm saying? And it really works.
Right.
Like at work, I deal with a gang of, like, you know how racism is like low key. They try to do that low key stuff at work, and I just stay calm and relaxed, and they can't get me, and it bothers them. So now they just starting to smile and cheese, but I see what they doing. As long as I stay calm and relaxed, I see everything that go around, instead of me getting frustrated and going off the handle to the point where now they got enough evidence on me to get me fired. While I'm staying calm and relaxed, I'm taking notes. I'm showing respect. So in front of all my other employees, they like, he been cool through the whole thing. That person been doing this. That person been doing that. Now I got a gang of people at my defense instead of people saying, oh, that dude is terrible.
Yep. I know somebody going through that same thing right now, and that's what I tell them to do. Just be cool. Just smile. Just come in like, how y'all doing? Like nothing ain't going on, because you kill them with kindness. My grandmother used to tell me that all the time. Okay, let me read this comment here. Okay, Sharif, you're going to like this one. Ebony Black, who is the Facebook user, I don't know why her name ain't showing. She said she went to Dickinson Elementary School. That's in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I was born. And Mr. Brown, which is my uncle, Sharif's father. Wait a minute. Was your father the principal? No, your father was the principal. It's another Mr. Brown. When Mr. Brown was the principal, she got whooped with the paddle. And then when she got home, she got a whooping again. Yes, that's how it used to be, where you respect the teachers. You can't talk crazy to the teachers, because what did we say earlier in the show? You didn't want nobody to be calling your mama or your daddy, because you knew you was in trouble when you got home. Yeah. So that is the difference. That is the difference. Let me see. Dale Payton said, Art, you are 100% correct with the comment. Too many parents running around thinking they need to be their kids' buddies. I agree with that. I mean, when they older, you could be their buddy, but not you 10 and 12 and we buddies and you cussing me out and the teacher. And then the parent coming to the school now cussing the teacher out, but she never really found out what her kid did. I can understand being down for your kids because, like you said, a lot of people now are just believing what the kids say, thinking their kid is not bad at all. Because your kid only being bad behind closed doors, and you don't know because you paying attention to other stuff. Okay, so Art said we have a generation who has no idea how to be other centered. This generation, it's all about themselves. This type of thought process doesn't allow for respect to others because that person is only worried about themselves.
Exactly. Exactly.
I agree. They're not being taught to respect everybody. Don't just think about yourself. Help people. That's my one thing. And one way or the other, I try to help somebody every day. It don't have to be money. You need some help. Somebody, if I see a woman on a flat, I might say, hey, you need some help. You need to call somebody. Anything in one way or the other, just something to help somebody every day because that make me feel good, and that's how I was raised.
Yep, that's how I was raised too. Same way. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree with you guys. I appreciate coming on here, man. You guys are a wonderful bunch of guys, man. One day I had to come on here and co-host with you guys, man. I appreciate this 100%.
All right,
you know what I'm
brother.
saying?
Have
I'm
a good
going to sign out and going back to watching the show. I appreciate you guys. Much love and respect to the Idiot Box in a real way.
Thanks for coming on, Hobo.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming on. Yep.
All right, y'all. So we still talking respecting the elders. We got all kind of different perspectives. Okay, so we got Mrs. Brown says parents are believing their kids over others because as when the parent was a child, the adults didn't believe them. So they are responding and raising kids based on past childhood traumas. I could definitely agree on that.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of stuff back in the day that parents didn't do and they did do that was wrong or right or whatever. But she's right. A lot of trauma goes on, and parents now do say, I don't want my kids going through what I went through. So they are a little bit more lenient. So it's all about the times. Like I said, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the times were different. Parenting was different. So that's why we're where we are today, with a lot of us feeling like the respect for the elders is gone. Go ahead, Sharif.
I was gonna say that you know, if you have a talk with elder women, I mean grandfathers or grandmother, if you have a talk with them, push the phones up. When you talk, they will love the conversation with you, because if you listen to them, and I love listening to them too, and I don't even pop my phone on there. You know, most people listening to watching their phone while the grandparents or the grandfathers grandparents are talking. You know, so we have to put the respect by putting the phone down.
Yes, you're right. That's what Dale Payton says. The children are being desensitized. The cell phones and computers are desensitizing our children. That's true. They're teaching them and showing them stuff that kids really shouldn't be seeing. Okay, now Christy says, the parents are delusional when it comes to these kids. She said, I have so many stories about parents coming to the school, acting a fool just to find out their kids are at school, acting a fool. The kids see that and act just like what they see their parents are doing. Yes, a lot about what we do as kids, we learn it from our parents, whether it's good behavior or bad behavior. We are a product of our environment. Mr. Malloy, hey, you guys, let's get some prayers out from Mr. Malloy, who's still having a hard time with what happened to his son. We're going to get some prayers out to you. Hopefully everything's getting better. Justice for Jaden still. And Mr. Malloy says, in our house, you send your child and they've never received discipline. I promise they will be respectful when they leave. That's how it was when I grew up. My house, my rules. That's how it was when I grew up too. So wouldn't the teacher feel that way? My classroom, my rules. But kids are like, huh? What? So different generations, you're the different kids. That's all. So, Mrs. Black, Ebony Black, once again, when I grew up, I had to be in the house before the street lights came on, of course. These days, children are hanging out, coming in at the same time their parents are at 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, it's crazy out here. But that's how a lot of people have parent their kid. They can't handle them. The kids say, I ain't coming in, I'm staying out. A lot of parents like, okay, and they just let them do it. We would get beat, to be honest. Read that one, Sharif.
We all my grandparents are gone. I love just sitting there and listening to stories. Man, I miss that. Thanks
Thanks for
for
bringing that up.
bringing that up. Now I'm crying. Seriously. So I love those memories.
Hey, Art, I know exactly what you're saying
Yeah,
because
it was right.
making me think about I used to talk to my grandmother for hours. We would cry. Well, we wouldn't cry. We would laugh. You saying crying, you got me thinking about crying. We would laugh and talk about all kinds of stuff on the phone. And I would ask her questions about this and that. And yes, I do miss those conversations as well. It was crazy. Let's see. Sheena says, love you, brother and sister. Love you too, Sheena, whoever you talk to, but love you anyway. These kids are partying with their parents.
With their
Exactly.
parents.
Exactly. Drinking and all that stuff with them.
Right.
Right. Cherie said it's easier to let the kids do what they want than to give them guidance as a parent. Yes, like I said, everybody have their own parenting skills. Yeah. Some take the easy way out, some take the hard way out. That's just it. A lot of parents so busy hanging out, they can't be parents.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right. That's right.
So that's why a lot of them don't get the respect, just from hanging out all day, yeah. And then they're out doing whatever, disrespecting other elders and other kids too. Yeah.
But elders have to watch the way they come at the kids. I run into a lot of younger kids these days, and I know how controversial they are. So when I see them, I wouldn't approach them like I approach them in a fun way. I approach people in a laughy, fun, sarcastic way. So you never get a chance to be all crazy with me because I come at you in the right way from the beginning. So, like I said, I always was raised about respecting your elders, but like some people said, you do have to earn your respect as well. You can't just demand that I be respected because I'm 52 and you 22. Uh-huh. But like somebody else said, my house, my rules.
Yep. Yep.
So we just have a lot of different perspectives. That's why we wanted to talk about this subject, because it's something that's been coming up that we've been talking about and we're seeing other people talk about. Okay, Sheena said, brother, we just celebrated our grandmother's 95th birthday a few weeks ago. All right.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy 95. Now that's a blessing. That is a blessing. Christy Brown said, I can't wait to be a grandparent. I can't wait to instill old school parenting with them. Hey, I love being a grandparent. My granddaughter loves her pawpaw. But at the same time, the way her mother parenting is different than mine. Old school. She lets her do stuff that I'll be like, oh no. But I that's her daughter. I gotta sit back, let her do what her do. But when she with me, the parenting is different. But my granddaughter does remember. One thing that's interesting that I see, my granddaughter tells me a lot when I do see her. You told me how to do that, Papa. You told me to do it like that. When I have her wipe her, wash her hands or hand sanitize, she can do this. See, you told me how to do this. So things do stick with kids. It just depends on who it comes from and how you deliver it, I guess. But my granddaughter does remember a lot of stuff that I taught her. She lives in California and I live in Georgia. So I don't see her a lot, but she remembers the stuff I tell her.
When I came back, when I went out to Florida, and on my way back, and we had to go to fly from Atlanta to Detroit, right? And it was this older woman that was 88 years old, right? And I came over and stopped by her, and I spoke to her and I said, how you doing, ma'am? And she was like looking at me. She said, wow, you're the first person that ever said anything to me, And I was like, oh yeah. Then we started off talking, and she was telling me her story, you know, and she liked she said thank you for listening to me and respecting and how gentleman I was to her, you know, and I said you're welcome, you know, and she see the difference from where I was born, what year I was born. No, she knew what year I was born and everything, you know. So at that time, those were the time when everybody was just split the kid in the right way to respect elders, you
Right,
know,
right.
and and not get in trouble. Of course, they're gonna get trouble and stuff like that, but at the same time, respect is very important. So it's easy to me, you know, to talk to older people, you know, and I love listening to them.
Okay, so Travis said because the parents are still kids themselves. There is a lot of kids that are young that had kids, but when we were young, there was a lot of kids that had kids too, but they had their grandparents around. So it was just I'm just gonna say from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, all the generations are different. We all was raised different. So we can't really we can say yes, you got to respect your elders, but this generation don't think that. So, you know, we're going to agree to disagree. Now Sheena says yes, she can't wait to have grandchildren. She can't wait, just like Christy said. Cherie has 2 grandchildren. She says she's raising her grandbabies the way she was raised, with morals, manners, and respect. Okay, okay, Cherie. Art said it's awesome. His baby girl is 5. Being a grandparent is awesome. Art, it's awesome. I got to see my granddaughter. She didn't know I was taking a visit to California. They was in the store. I called my daughter like, y'all home? No, we at the store. So I tiptoed up to her and tapped her on her shoulder. She turned around and said, oh, my papa. She was so happy. It is fun being a grandparent. I love it. We just play. I took her to the park. She wanted to hit me, jump on my neck, all that stuff. Now, as a grandparent, we are a lot more lenient to our grandkids than we were to our kids. Travis said what you teach a child all the way up till 7 years old is what you'll be stuck with. Hopefully, it's how to be a mature person. Good one. Correctly. That is good. Christy says it's not even just about elders. We need to show respect to everyone. You can't just disrespect people and think they have to take it. No, respect for everyone. Let me type that in there. Respect for everyone. Sharif, read that comment.
I'm talking about mentoring. Yep. Travis said I'm talking about mentoring.
Oh, I'm spelling stuff wrong. Respect for everyone. He's talking about mentally. Yes, definitely mentally. Okay. Art said, Reef, I had your daddy for math in high school. I would have respected everyone too with him as a dad. He scared the hell out of me, and I was 6'1", 280 in high school. But some of the people are not family on there. Me and Sharif are first cousin. Our daddies is brothers, and they the same type of parents. They're the same type of parents.
I remember those whipping, man.
Parents are still kids mentally. Yes. Sheena's laughing. That was funny. Art, you are hilarious, Art. How you been, Art?
Funny.
Art, how's it been with the job, man? I see you must be off this evening. You watching the football game and you watching us. I know you are. Mad respect, Art. Mad respect.
They didn't play football.
For anybody who wonders why it's only me and Sharif, Troy is in Florida.
Yeah.
He's okay. He's just having that bad weather, and his electricity been out since yesterday. He got candles and all kind of stuff going on over there. So he's probably watching, or his phone might be dead or whatever. Yes, that was funny. Matt Hall, what's going on, Matt? Thanks for showing up, coming in, checking us out. Appreciate you. Living life, Art. That's right, Art. That's all we can do. Live life Stay safe. Love the ones that love you, and plus love everybody else. Okay, Christy, what you saying? I think I'm going to have to buy a grandkid. My daughter is not interested in kids. I would love to have more kids, but I know with my husband, that child would have no life. He would be so overbearing. Okay, well, you better adopt to do something. My grandbaby will be here. That's his great grandbaby, so y'all can have her for a weekend or so. Spoil her. She like to be spoiled. Nah, that's all right. Because I'm the pawpaw. She says I'm the only pawpaw. She has no other pawpaw, so I don't know if she's gonna be too happy about that. Travis says he has 7 kids and 3 grandchildren. They are all pretty much of the mature path. All right.
Yeah, that's right. That's what's up.
I got 2 kids, 2 grandchildren, and I have 2 bonus daughters and a bonus son, and we just have 2 grandkids. My grandson Tariq, which is 16, and my granddaughter Taylor, who is 7, and she loves her pawpaw. Don't mess with her pawpaw. She don't play that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Y'all, so man, time be flying. It's 8:56. Anybody else? Anything else we're gonna talk about when it comes to this respecting our elders? We do have some people on here that agree, and I also agree that elders don't automatically get respect. You do have to earn respect.
You have to earn them.
You do have to earn respect, but we must all respect everyone. That is a big problem now. Everybody don't respect everyone.
Yeah.
No matter what color, no matter what age,
Right.
you have to respect everyone. And you do put out that good energy to get that good energy back. Okay, what Art's saying, Christy Brown, just keep calling him Big Daddy. Maybe you'll have another child. It's yes, sir, Big Daddy. Yes, sir, Big Daddy. All right, you as funny as can be, man. You should be a comedian. You should really be a comedian. Okay, y'all, so we're going to take it on out, I guess. Sharif?
Yep. Yeah, I want to say thank you for watching Anybody Television. And we're going to episode 58.
58. See you next week, y'all. Peace out.
We're in a lot of trouble because less than 3% of you people read books. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We'll tell you anything you want to hear. We lie like hell. We'll tell you any shit you want to hear. We deal in illusions, man. None of it is true. You're beginning to believe the illusions. This is mass madness, you maniacs. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion.